Welcome to the Real Female Entrepreneurs. Today's guest is proof that you don't need a rule book or a big budget to build something iconic. From former Vegas showgirl to award winning serial entrepreneur, she's mastered the art of turning scrappy beginnings into serious growth with purpose, community, and bold storytelling at the core. She shows founders how to win smarter, not louder. Please help me welcome the amazing Kristen Corral, co founder of Tacotarian. Welcome, Kristen.
Thanks. Thanks so much for having me.
Oh my God, you are just so amazing. I cannot wait to hear the story that got you to become the entrepreneur you are and the scrappiness that you have.
Thanks. Yeah, it's kind of an interesting journey.
Yeah. So, do you mind telling us a little bit about it? How you actually went to became the entrepreneur that you are today?
Yeah, sure. So I moved to Las Vegas in 2003 to become a showgirl, essentially. I grew up in jazz, tap, ballet, the works. I grew up in Orlando, Florida. I moved to LA for a short period and realized that was not for me. So I had a friend that was performing in Siegfried and Roy out here in Las Vegas. And she was like, come, there's so much work out here. There's so many shows. Like, you'll kill it. So I moved out here. I didn't know a single person. I rented my apartment sight unseen. My dad flew out and drove the U-Haul with me and my cat. And I was just like 21, 22 years old. And I just moved out here with a dream. So I went on to perform alongside every half-wit magician. I got shoved and cut in half in a lot of boxes. And I did a bunch of fabulous shows. One of the biggest productions I did was Jerry Mitchell, who's a Broadway award-winning producer. He did a show called Peep Show. So I worked alongside Coco and Holly Madison and some amazing people, and I did some fantastic things. But when I retired in 2013, I was like, what am I going to do? Like, I literally had no hireable skills. I never finished college. I didn't know anything, but I knew that I didn't want to work for somebody else because I was just like, how am I going to do that? So the only other thing I cared about was animals, right? So how do I merge animals and entrepreneurship or owning a small business? So I found this course online that they were offering at UNLV called Animal Massage and Care. So I went and got certified as an animal massage therapist, and that's how I started my first business. So I started that. I started walking friends' dogs, all the performers that I knew on the strip. I was like, hey, let me care for your animals. I can do massage. I can also walk them. I can do this. And that's how I scaled my first business.
That is way cool because I can just see that because I mean, I know my little Yorkie loves getting his paws massaged and everything, and that is a huge business for professionals, especially people who are actors, actresses, and on stage all the time for their animals.
Yeah, I mean, not only were people gone in rehearsals all day, people were traveling. They didn't have someone trusted that could watch their animals. So I built that quickly into a six-figure business with 10 employees. And it actually still operates today. I sold it in 2022 to my office manager, Desiree, who's an incredible woman, and she still runs it and is still scaling it to this day. So then I went on to, open restaurants with my husband and my other two partners, and we've kind of just like continued to rise from there.
And that's what the Tacotarian's all about, correct?
Yep. Yeah, exactly. Tacotarian is a plant-based Mexican eatery. We started it in 2018. Our first location was 1,500 square feet, really small, focused on really high quality Mexican plant-based food. My husband's Mexican, so he was really passionate about doing Mexican food. And of course, we both live like a plant-based lifestyle. So we wanted to bring something to the market that really felt authentic for him, but also reflected our lifestyle. So it was really exciting. And then we just continue to grow. We now have 6 locations and we're franchising.
So where are the locations at now? Because oh my God, I would be in heaven eating
So
there.
not near you, unfortunately. We have 5 in Las Vegas and 1 in San Diego right now, but hopefully coming nationwide very, very soon.
Okay, so I'm waiting for one. All right, New Orleans. All right,
Yeah, New
it
Orleans
could
would
be
be
anywhere.
great.
Yeah, New Orleans would be fun. So
Yeah.
anywhere, I mean, I'll travel. Give me a taco plant-based place, and I'm there.
We also have fun fact a CPG line, so a retail product that we ship D2C off our website and on Amazon, so you can actually order them, and I can send you some samples.
Oh, that'd be perfect. Yeah. So
Yeah.
how do we find them on Amazon?
So on Amazon, they're just restocking. We actually sold out. So it should be up in the next 2 weeks. On our website, same. We completely sold out of the last batch within 6 weeks. It was crazy. So if you go to our website, eattacotarian.com, and just click the notify me when back in stock, you'll get an automatic reminder when we restock.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yep. Going on the checklist, going on the order list, going to be ordering when I'm going to have to get notification right now. But by this comes out, you'll be fine. It'll be
Thank you.
all ready.
Perfect.
All right. Letter to your younger self. What would you tell her?
Oof. Well, my younger self was very stubborn, as is my older self. Very hard headed. So I don't know that she would listen, but I would tell her to not change for anyone. Don't conform to the person that people expect you to be or want you to be just because of social norms. And I've really tried to stay true to that, but it is hard as a woman in this business, especially the restaurant business is very male dominated. So I'll go to conventions and I'll be the only female. I recently accepted an award in Nashville for NRN, and I was the only female up on stage accepting an award for our business. So it is definitely a male dominated industry. So that would be my advice to my earlier self.
Congratulations on your award. That is amazing. Not a lot of women get awards in that industry at all.
Very true. Very true.
And if they do, they're usually somebody else steps up for them, and they're still hiding in the background, unfortunately.
Yeah. No, it's very I mean, there's a lot more women up and coming in the restaurant space, which is really exciting for me,
Yeah.
but it's at this moment still very male driven.
Yep. So, like I said, we raised my husband's grandson, and he actually went to a high school in New Orleans that was for culinary arts. And he did
Oh,
a lot of cooking with Emerald and a lot of, a lot of the other people in the industry as a whole. And I have a
that's
friend,
fun.
yeah, and I have a friend who actually started um, his children cooking program. She's the one who actually started it for him.
Oh, so what does he want to do then? Where's he going to work?
Well, he's 27 now. He's a
Oh,
bartender and he loves it. He
that's good.
mixologist.
So he doesn't want to be a chef anymore?
Oh, yeah. No, I think he just loves bartending and, his goal is to move to Vegas. So there you go.
There's tons of work for him here for
Yeah.
sure.
Yep. All right. Game changer. What is a key strategy that you've used in your business that has made things flip the switch?
The one thing that I struggled with the most when I started my first business was learning how to work on the business and work instead of working in the business. And this is where women, especially those of us who are overachievers like me and control freaks and completely psychotic about everything, it's hard to shift your mindset, but once you do, it allows you to scale. Because the problem that we face is like if we're working the minimum wage job or the 15 or $20 an hour job, then we're not really focusing on the things that we need to do to grow our brand successfully.
Yeah, and thanks for that honesty, because we all I don't care what any of them say, we all have a control freak thing
Oh,
inside of us. Come on.
yeah. Yeah, 100%. I am working this out in therapy. I'm trying to like roll it back a little because I get a little nutty, but I'm sure everyone here can relate to that.
They can, if they can, they're just not telling the truth. We all have that. The biggest thing is, to delegate. I don't know about you, but sometimes I have trouble.
I 100% struggle with delegation. I, the other day, was talking to my husband and I was like, oh, babe, I could really use your help with this. And it was something that he could 100% do. He's very skilled in this business. But I was like, I need you to go like this. And then I need you to go like this. And he was like, babe, I got this. It's like, it's a catering system. It's not that hard. But I struggle with delegation too, because I feel like sometimes I can do it faster than it would take me to teach someone to do it. But the problem with that is that you're doing it over and over. If you take the time to sit down and teach somebody to do it one time, and yes, it might take you in the moment a little bit longer, in the long term, you're going to be way far ahead because now you've delegated that task permanently off your task list.
Yeah, and I think we have to look at it that way as women that, even if it takes us longer, in the long run, it's gone.
Yes. I have a friend who's very like she's a VP of marketing at Sony. She's like really, really good at this. She has a list system where she writes every single thing that she does. And then it's basically like keep, delegate, or trash, like stuff that she doesn't even need to do. So she does that all the time and it keeps her so organized and keeps her tasks like delegated.
I love that system. That is one of the coolest ones. All right. Let's talk no filter confession here. What do you wish entrepreneurs would kick to the curb? Or any other confessions you want to tell us that you wish they would get rid of?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. I have a lot of opinions. Okay, so I think there's this misconception that I see a lot on Instagram lately where women have to choose between money, power, having successful businesses, and being like happy at
Hmm.
home with their family. And I think that we don't have to choose. I think you can have it all. And I think it's okay to say that you want to have a successful business, you want to earn a high income, you want to do all of these things. There's nothing wrong with having an ambition as long as you're still having fun and as long as you're still passionate about what you do. If you're doing it just to do it, to check it off of a box, that's different. But if you enjoy what you do and you're still having fun with your life, there's absolutely nothing wrong with making money and being successful.
I agree. Money is the key, guys. You can have it all. You can have money, success, a family, whatever you want, but make it what you want it to be. Correct?
Exactly.
Because what
Yes.
I want is definitely probably different than Kristen wants, and vice versa.
Yeah. No, for sure. You gotta be true to who you are, but still don't feel bad about wanting more for yourself.
Yep. So that leads us right into balance. Do you believe in balance? And if you do, how do you balance?
Well, believing in balance and executing balance are two very different things.
Especially for
So,
control people, right?
yes, especially for nutty control people like me. I do believe in balance. I think that that's something that I've really trying to prioritize in 2026. I've had some health issues, so I've been focusing on that and trying to manage my stress and my anxiety while still overperforming as I am always at all times. So I've gone back to therapy, which I mentioned earlier, which I think has been very helpful for me. I think it just gives you an outlet to talk to somebody and to kind of, if you find the right person who understands high stress jobs and things like that, can be very beneficial. I work out, I try to do Pilates or even just any kind of movement. A lot of times, if the weather's nice, I know this is hard for a lot of people in the winter, but here in Vegas this week we lucked out. It's like 70 degrees. I try to, before it gets dark, just grab my husband and say, like, let's just go for a walk. Even if it's just 20, 30 minutes, sometimes we'll try to do 3 miles around the neighborhood just to get out of your phone, out of your computer, just take a break. So I'm very into the idea of it. It's just a constant battle of executing it for myself.
Talking about executing and making things go through. What would you tell somebody who's sitting there in the middle of a mess? She's trying to execute things, trying to make things happen, and she is just struggling. What would you tell her?
I think I would tell her, number one, how bad do you want it? Is it worth it for you? Is this something that you feel really passionate about? Because if not, you shouldn't put all of your energy into it, right? You have to really want this life, and it's not for everybody. And that's okay. I think that we get hung up on the fact that like we all have to do the same thing and be a certain way, and we absolutely do not. Not everybody has to be, an entrepreneur. Not everybody has to do this or that. It's absolutely okay. But if you're into it, break it down. Break down what you have to do for the week and take it like piece by piece. Oftentimes, when I have a task list that's 2 miles long, I'll put it all on Trello and then I take one task at a time. And you know what? If I don't get it to everything, I'll move it to the next day or the next week or whatever. But I try to just knock one thing or time block throughout the day because my brain works very weird. I have 10,000 tabs open on my computer. So a lot of times I'll pop between tasks like on different tabs. And again, that's okay. Find a system that works for you so that you don't feel constantly overwhelmed.
So I do love Trello, and I also like, note cards, like, both of them were, like, everywhere.
Like handwritten note cards?
Yes, like the old school
Oh,
note cards, yeah, and
okay.
I can put them in push pins on, like, the day I want them done, and, it's almost like having Trello, it's so organized, but it's just
Yeah.
I can see it
I like
instead of
that too. Like I
looking
still take handwritten notes. I have but you can't see this, thank God, but all over my desk, I have a bunch of just like handwritten like scrap papers that I'm like probably never gonna look at again, but I still write everything down.
I do too. It's like the handwritten notes, everything is everywhere. And I also like I have this one page and it's like the what I have to do and then underneath it is everything that has to happen underneath there as well.
Yeah. So it's very detailed.
Yeah. Yeah. Very detailed. It's that control freak thing probably.
Mhm.
All right. Give us a sneak peek into the future of what's going on with you and Tacotarian.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me personally, I am expanding into speaking and coaching and all of these different things because I've really found a passion for helping specifically women entrepreneurs that are kind of coming up and finding their way. A lot of people really struggle with marketing, and I've found it to be so fun and so exciting. So if somebody comes to me and says, "Hey, how would you market my business?" I'm like, "Oh, you should do this and you should do this," and it just gets me really jazzed. So I'm leaning into that space for my own personal brand. But for the restaurants, Tacotarian continues to grow. Like I said, we have 6 locations. We just opened on the Las Vegas Strip last year, and we're now franchising nationwide. So that's very exciting. And we're rolling out this retail nationwide that will be back in stock soon, like I mentioned. And we're just continuing to grow that brand. We feel very passionate about it, and there's so much room and so many things left that we still want to accomplish. So we're very excited about that.
All right, that sounds like fun. I can't wait. I can't wait to hear all about it even more. You're gonna keep me posted.
I
All
absolutely will.
right. Unexpected. Tell us something unexpected about you. We already know that you were with the magicians. We already know you've been put in so many boxes. What else is there?
Yeah, the showgirl thing is usually my unexpected, but we led with that. I think that most people would be surprised to hear that I'm actually an introvert. I am very skilled at doing these types of interviews or getting on stage and speaking. When I did a TEDx talk last year, and I almost died. I literally almost died. Like before I went on stage, I was so nervous. I thought I was gonna pass out. And it's everyone's like, but you've been on stage your whole life. And I'm like, it's different because I'm getting up and I'm talking by myself. I'm the only one up there. I'm not in an ensemble. If I mess up a word, it lives on the internet forever on the TEDx website. So I think people would be surprised to know that I'm actually very much an introvert. I prefer to be home with my animals, watching Love is Blind, and not out every night doing events and things.
That is good. I love when introverts come out and just like because they make such a difference in the world. They really
It's a
do.
skill set, right? Like
Yeah.
networking, talking, all of these things that some of us hate doing become really easy as you repeat them over and over and over.
Yeah. I call myself a hermit. I can like really hide.
Oh, me too. Oh, me too.
All right, let's pump up the volume with some music. Do you have a favorite song or songs?
Okay, I have a lot of favorite songs, but you're gonna laugh because I saw when you emailed me, you asked me like, "What's your favorite song to hype up to?" And people, this is gonna make me look so
Mhm.
old, but I grew up on Billy Joel, and so my best friend's parents used to play Billy Joel all the time. So like a great hype song for me is "We Didn't Start the Fire," which is so weird, but I love it, and I love anything Billy Joel. I've been to his concert 4 times. And fun fact. when like it was one of my best friend's baby shower, and we had nosebleed seats. There was like 8 of us or 10 women. We had nosebleed seats. As we were going up the escalator, like half my friends were already on the escalator. I had not. And this guy I recognized that he was in all black. He was a stage crew. And he came up to us and he said, "Hey, where are your guys' seats?" And I was like, "Oh, all the way, in the nosebleeds." And he was like, "Oh, no, no, no." He took all of us and put us in the front row because Billy Joel doesn't sell the front rows of his concerts. He wants girls in the front that are like dancing and having fun. So he sends the stage crew out to find groups of women to put them in the front. And it was like the greatest night of my life.
Yay! I can see you doing that. Do we
And
have
my
the
best friend
grandmother?
still has the pick. She caught his guitar pick.
Oh, that is so much fun. She actually has a guitar pick.
She definitely does. Yeah.
Do you guys have pictures of yourself in the front row? Come
We
on.
do. We have pictures, we have video. Luckily this was post iPhone. So yeah, we still have it all. It was so fun.
All right. On a nerdier scale here, what about a book or books?
So a book that I'm reading right now is that new Oz Perlman book. I can't remember what it's called, but it's about reading people, and it's like about he reads people's mind. He's a mind reader, but not actually. But he kind of teaches entrepreneurs how to read the room so you can excel better. But I just started that one. My favorite one that I've read that in relation to marketing and entrepreneurship is called The Marketing Rebellion. It's by Mark Schaefer. I plug this man everywhere. I think he's phenomenal. Uh, it's about humanizing yourself within your business. And that's something that's really led me to a lot of success because we tend to put on this facade within our marketing, not just on social media, but all across all of our marketing. And we want everyone to see like how perfect we are, how perfect our business is. And in 2026, that's not what people are looking for. People want to see the human side of you. They want to relate to you. They want to buy from people they know and they like. So Mark's book really leans into that. It's one of his earlier books, The Marketing Rebellion, but 10 out of 10 recommend.
Marketing Rebellion and Reading the Room. Is that what it's called? Or what's the other?
I don't remember the name of the Oz Perlman one. Just Google Oz Perlman. It's like his only book, I think.
That's fine. Yeah, guys, just so you know, Reading the Room is key to everything because you get to know who you're talking to, who you're communicating to, and when you get savvy enough, you can adjust who you're doing and what you're talking.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a
Mhm.
skill. I know. I need to finish it. Now you're motivating me to get it done.
I love teaching personalities, and that's like one of my jams is
Yeah.
teaching you how to like look at other people and communicating with them better.
Have you ever done the DISC assessment?
I'm certified in it. I teach it.
Okay, you
It's
are.
my
Okay. What do
jam.
you think I am?
You have a lot of C and D in you.
I'm DI. Or I think I'm DI.
Yeah, you're DI, yeah. Yeah, a lot of D, yeah.
A lot
Your
of
I
D.
very but you have a lot of C because you're analytical too. You have an analytical nature
Yeah,
as
I can't
well.
remember. I'd have to pull it up, but
Yeah. So I am reverse of you. I'm an ID.
okay.
Yeah.
What's I is influence, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Influence and then dominating. Yeah.
Yeah, dominating. There was another one that I did. It wasn't DISC, it was something else where it told me that I was more competitive than 99% of the population. So that explains a lot.
That's a DI.
Yeah.
I get it. It's okay. My I is probably where your D is.
Yeah.
Off the chart. Yeah. I'm like, let's just have fun and talk. Yeah, we're good. All right. Words to live by. Do you have a quote or quotes?
So I don't know who said this, but a quote that I kind of live by is always put yourself in big rooms. Like always be the small fish in a big pond, right?
Mhm.
Because that way you're consistently learning. If you think you know everything, then you've lost. Like you've already failed. So that's kind of a quote that I live by. Just always keep putting yourself in rooms with people who have done this before and who continue to be successful in the spaces that you want to be in.
Yep. 100%. Like, don't be the small fish in the
Yeah.
big pond. Why not?
Yeah.
Because you're going to learn so much more.
Yeah. I've learned so much from other people. It's crazy.
Mhm. And listening, if you're willing to just listen to what they have to say, it's key.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Absolutely.
So Let's talk about a superpower. We're gonna go a little bit more fun here. So if you had a superpower for just 24 hours, what would it be?
Well, going back to the book I'm reading, I wish that I could read people's minds. I feel like that would be, well, it's a double-edged sword, right? Because they're going to say bad things about you probably in their mind, but that's okay. So I think it'd just be a superpower to kind of be able to read the room and understand where everyone's coming from. Because sometimes people lead in a different way that they actually, of where their mental space is. So I think
Mhm.
that would be a fascinating superpower to kind of leverage.
Yep, that would be. Okay, I can see you doing that now. Finish the book, and then you're gonna just have it all together, and you're gonna be able to do it 24/7 all the time.
Working on it.
All right. Motivation on demand. You know, sometimes we get down and we need to get a little motivated. What do you suggest? What do you do?
Ooh, for me, it's competition. Competition is the greatest motivator, I think. Like seeing what other people are doing and then letting that motivate you. Not in a bad way, but in a good way. Like seeing like, oh, someone finished their book and they're like, "Oh, damn it, that reminds me I need to finish my book. Like I need to get to work on that." I think that's my source of motivation. Also listening to other people, podcasts are a great way to get motivated, things like that, like hearing what other people are doing. It just depends on how your mind works.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, your brain and how it goes. We talked about the DISC personalities. It just depends. If you're more analytical, then guess what? You're going to go to the more analytical side. If you're more controlling, you're going to be more controlling. It just all depends. And if you're steadfast, well, you're just very loyal and trustworthy. And I mean, we need you. We definitely do.
Yeah.
Mhm. And that influencer, they're just like, "Woo, we're gonna have fun."
I need more of that.
All right. So, what is the best way for our audience to stay connected with you?
Yeah, so you can find me on Instagram, the Kristen Corral, or just Kristen Corral on LinkedIn. I'm also on Substack. I have a broke brand blueprint, which I give away tons of free tips on marketing and how to market on a budget. That's kind of my whole thing right now that I get really excited about is just giving people value and helping them grow their business without big dollars because marketing can get very expensive. And right now we're in a time where people don't have a lot of extra finances. So marketing typically is the first thing that gets cut. Even in large businesses, like marketing budget gets cut first. So how do you really leverage the resources that you have to continue to scale with a very small marketing budget? So you can find me on Substack for more of that.
All right. And what is one thing that you wish every female understood that we didn't talk about yet?
Yeah, I got asked this recently and I really, really thought about this question a lot because I feel that women, especially women entrepreneurs, don't understand how much power they truly have. And I don't necessarily mean in their own business, but for example, within their communities. A lot of us get bogged down with, if you have kids, if you have, a spouse, if you're head of the household, all of these things. But we're missing being able to advocate for our community and tying our businesses back to the community.
Mm.
When we reach out to our legislators, and I don't want to confuse politics with policy. And I think that's where sometimes people get hung up. Politics is messy, it's partisan, it's all of these things, but policy, especially local policy, is very, very important to our businesses. Like if roads are being constructed that are going to affect your small business, like that is a policy change that you need to be involved with. Or if there's a tariff that's going to affect you that's being implemented on your city or town, like these things are policy changes that we all need to be aware of. Changing the definition of small business, which is under 500, to micro business, which technically should be under 50, whereas what most women entrepreneurs are at, most of us have 50 or fewer, so we can't be compared to a business that has 500 people. So I wish more women would understand how powerful their voices are in the community and really lean into that space because we really need more people that are willing to be outspoken in the policy space.
Thank you, Kristen. That is amazing. I love the fact that you brought that up because most people don't understand that political aspect of it.
Yeah,
I
and
think
it's
we
really
do.
important. And it's a great community builder because when people see you out in the community advocating for your community, and again, it doesn't have to be political, it can be in a nonpartisan way. They see you advocating for your community, that's going to build trust within your business. And people are going to say, oh, I know that, Kristen girl, she's out there, advocating for less parking fees. So I'm going to go support her business.
Right. All right, Kristen, I loved having you. You are truly amazing. Thank you for being here.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you so much for tuning in to this episode of Female Entrepreneurs Magazine. I hope you found inspiration, actionable tips, and a sense of connection with our incredible community of driven women. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, leave a review, and share the episode with fellow entrepreneurs who are ready to elevate their game. Remember, your success is just the beginning, and we're here to support you in every step of the way. Until next time, keep shining, keep thriving, and remember, you have the power to create the business and life of your dreams. Stay inspired, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye.